What a time to be alive. I mean, here we are, 2016, Deadpool killed at the box office, Mad Max won more Oscars than any other film, and we have that's right, two superhero versus movies coming out. One from Marvel, one from DC. I mean, holy shit. Am I right? Well, here's the point that I'm going to lose some of you. Because while I recognize how monumental Batman v Superman's existence is, the truth is I'm way more excited about Civil War than I am BVS, or Bivis Dodge, as it's been effectively called. I know, heresy, but hear me out. For transparency's sake, I want to take a moment and explain that I'm not a BVS hater. I actually like Zack Snyder as a director, and I don't think Man of Steel is awful. There were definitely some problems, but also some good stuff in there too. Also, my favorite superhero is Batman, and Kevin Conroy will always be my Dark Knight. So when I say that I'm kind of concerned that this movie won't be good, it comes from a place of informed concern, not hate. Here's the reasons why I'm more excited about Civil War than I am Bivis Dodge, or Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. God, that title's a mouthful.
The conflict. Marvel has been building towards this confrontation for a while. Since the first Avengers, they've been laying the seeds of this conflict between Cap and Iron Man.
Oh, why? Back off.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Yeah. Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
You know, you may not be a threat, but you better stop pretending to be a hero.
A hero? Like you? You're a laboratory experiment, Rogers. Everything special about you came out of a bottle.
Put on the suit. Let's go a few rounds.
We really saw this start to come to a head in Age of Ultron.
Isn't that the why we fight? So we can end the fight? So we get to go home?
In Batman v Superman, however, they've been building towards this since Comic-Con?
I want you to remember, Clark, in all the years to come, in all your most private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
They haven't, frankly. Nothing about Man of Steel infers the possibility of such a conflict, which is fine. I won't fault the movie for not knowing where the DCU was going. But when you've had no previous interaction between these characters and the first movie they share is their big versus film, it's hard to get super pumped about it. Well, what about Freddy vs. Jason, Paul, you fuck? They never shared any screen time. True, albeit a little aggressive. Here's the difference. Each character had several films to their name, so we got to know them. When it came time for them to fight, we were excited. If Man of Steel was followed up by like a standalone Batman movie set in the DCU and then Batman v Superman, that would make a huge difference. Think about how much more invested you would be in this conflict if we actually knew Bruce Wayne in the DCU. Introducing Batman inside of the big Versus movie feels like a bad idea. By robbing us of investment, it makes the entire conflict feel unearned. In Civil War, we know these people. We've seen them fight alongside each other for years now. So when they start fighting each other, it really means something.
Why they fight.
So in the first theatrical trailer, they did a decent job building up why Batman wants to fight Superman. It's established that he lost people in the Battle of Metropolis, and he doesn't trust the Kryptonians' godlike status. Superman seemingly doesn't like Batman's violent ways? I'm not sure, honestly, what Clark's deal is. In Civil War, Cap and Tony are at odds over the Sokovia Accords. Yes, there's been petty power squabbles between them before, but this is their first big issue. The fact that Tony feels that government regulation is necessary, while Cap, after the events of the Winter Soldier, does not agree, is a huge issue between them. So in Batman v Superman, the conflict largely falls under the category of misunderstanding. Batman doesn't trust Superman, blames him for Metropolis. While bigger philosophical ideas might be at play, when it's boiled down to its simplest form, it's a misunderstanding. Conflicts of this nature are pretty easy to resolve. With Civil War, the issue isn't resolved so easy. These are clashing ideologies, something far less easy to reconcile. I know Batman and Superman will figure this shit out and be like, oh, you're not such a bad guy. Oh, you're not such a brute and evil guy. Let's go fight people just leak. I honestly have no idea how Captain America and Iron Man are going to resolve this issue, because their problem stems from core beliefs which cannot be changed.
And finally, the biggest reason that I am more excited for Civil War than Batman v Superman.
I already know exactly what's going to happen in Batman vs. Superman. Tonight, after I see Batman v Superman, I'll let you know if my fears are unfounded or not, but where it stands right now, I'm deathly afraid that Batman v Superman blew its load and showed us every major plot point. As of this recording, if you take every piece of media they've released, it totals to over 11 minutes. And sure, I know the movie's like 2.5 hours long, and that only works out to be about 7.3% of the movie, but that small percentage hits every major important plot point. Every single one. I know why they're fighting. I know when they stop fighting. I know why they stopped fighting. I know that Doomsday is in the movie, and he looks like hot garbage, but they work on VFX until the last minute, so I'll judge it after I see the movie. So it begs the question, why do I need to see this movie? In Civil War, I don't know what's going to happen. There have been 2 trailers, each of which shows a different side of the major conflict, but that's where it stops. Batman v Superman just threw way too much out there, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that Batman v Superman still has some surprises left, but this really could be a textbook case of a movie trailer ruining a movie.
And just to be clear, I really want Batman v Superman to good. Like, really, really badly. And I'm going to be super upset if they spoiled everything, but I will let you know ASAP what my thoughts are on it. As for Civil War, can't wait to see it. I mean, I fucking love Spider-Man. If you didn't know that, then you don't obviously pay attention to me, which is fine. Not too many people do. And, I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen. Hopefully, between now and the release, Marvel doesn't ruin the ending, which I doubt they will, because they have a pretty good track record on, that type of stuff. But that's just my opinion. An unpopular opinion, but you knew that coming in. At least you should have. It was in the fucking title. And, whatever. I don't owe you anything. You made your own choices, Andrew. I'm sorry that you're upset. Either way, look at this shit. It's violent. People getting, you can watch that. People, body counts. You can subscribe. You can click like. You don't have to click like, click bait. Whatever those people on the internet say these days. I don't really know. Can I level with you? My teleprompter died on that last paragraph. I don't know if it's obvious. It might be. But then again, it might not be. Look, there's a cat! Forget that I didn't remember the end of the video!